For updates on sports stories across the globe, Aron Akerejola joins us now. Aron, pleasure to have you.
It's a very good morning to you, Rufai. Good morning to you, Abi. And Doctor, good morning to you.
You're on the barrel.
Yes,
okay. It was your birthday. You escaped. You didn't make it public, but I discovered. You know, well, happy birthday in arrears.
Thank you very much.
You know that has implications.
There are consequences.
If you don't know the implications, consult Rufai.
All right, let's get it started in the English Premier League. And Gabonese Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang decided to banish his poor return on goal to net a brace for the Gunners in their 3-0 bashing of Newcastle United to move into the top 10 and also increase the pressure on Magpies boss Steve Bruce. So you look at it there, Bukayo Saka, the UK-born Nigerian, was also on the score sheet for his team. Also gave an assist in the particular game in a well-rounded performance in the post-Mesut Ozil era. And they're looking good, I must say, talking about the Gunners at the moment. Now, moving away from that, in the Italian Serie A, Zlatan Ibrahimovic once again rolled back the hands of time to actually net a brace for AC Milan as they regained their 3-point advantage atop of the Serie A table. And right now, this man, you can actually see there, from Sweden to the Netherlands to France to the USA to England to Spain to Italy, he's actually devastated all those leagues. You can see AC Milan's lead on top of the Serie A right now, 3 points clear of Inter Milan, the Napoli in third, AS Roma in fourth, Juventus in fifth, and on and on. But I must talk about Zlatan Ibrahimovic once again. 13 goals in 13 matches says it all. He's 39. In a matter of months, he will be 40. That is unheard of, unprecedented for a footballer. And this man keeps defying age and keeps defying logic. I must say that he's done so much over his career, and he's a man that has put his money where his mouth is every single time he's played, with at this current stage at AC Milan or the previous times he has come to AC Milan. Moving away from that, now still sticking with football, Phil Neville, has left his role as the England's women coach and has been appointed to take charge of David Beckham's MLS side, Inter Miami. The 4-3 year was appointed as England boss back in 2018, and his contract was due to expire in July, but his friend there, you can actually see they shared a locker room together back in the day at Old Trafford. He was part of the famous class of 1993, and his friend has said, come over to the United States and help me coach this new and bustling team. So David Beckham there is now his new boss. But at the same time, they are friends, and certainly they will be hoping to weave the magic that saw them dominate England back in the days under Sir Alex Ferguson, and if they can actually make that happen. He had great success, I must say, talking about Phil Neville at with the women Lions in England, or the Lionesses, I beg your pardon, in England. So let's see how things actually play out for this. We're keeping a tab on what will go on with the MLS team. They spent quite a lot of money. It has not translated to results. We are hoping it actually does with Phil Neville coming in. Moving away from that, still talking football. Unfortunately, later on today, yes, Chelsea will be taking on Leicester City. They'll be traveling to the King Power Stadium with the hope of probably rising to 6th on the table. They are 7th right now on the table, and Chelsea have had a patchy couple of weeks, and they'll be hoping to cement that solidity. They won by a solitary goal against Fulham, and they'll be able to turn the screw against third place Leicester City. Let's see how things play out tonight at the King Power Stadium. Still speaking about football here on the continent. Unfortunately, Ivory Coast defeated the defending champions Nigeria 3-2 to win the WAFU B tournament at the Stade des Hauts in Togo yesterday. Despite the loss, the Eaglets are true to the 2021 Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations, which is to be hosted in Morocco in July. So bittersweet, I must say. They've done the job, the ultimate job. The ultimate goal was to qualify for that tournament, but they were hoping to defend this particular trophy. That did not happen. Fatai Folosho Amao is hoping that he will still strengthen with some new boys coming into the team as they try to maybe win and also dominate the continent at the under-17 level. We know that we have the record, we have the history, and we have the pedigree when it comes to under-17s. We are, as a matter of fact, we're the most successful under-17 side in the world. We've won it unprecedented 5 times on the global stage. So the African continent shouldn't be a problem. Now, let's actually talk about a little bit of transfer. Now, there are talks, all right, confirmed talks coming in that Paris Saint-Germain and Dele Alli might just be a match made in heaven in a matter of days. As a matter of fact, his former coach, Mauricio Pochettino, is hinting that this deal is almost done. It's almost through to the finish line. Let's see how it goes. And also, Mikel Arteta has been speaking that just minor details is needed for Mesut Ozil to become a full-time Fenerbahce player. Let's see how that one actually goes. And Fikayo Tomori right now, Chelsea are doing everything possible to see how they can keep him. He's a promising lad, but he needs to play football, I must say. So maybe away from the Stamford Bridge, let's see how that one goes. Now to the NBA, I must say this. It was James Harden at his best once again, putting in 34 points and 12 assists as the Nets beat the Bucks 125-123. I must tell you, it was a late buzzer affair, but we must say this. James Harden coming into the net, you can actually see it there now. He's been the first player to net 30 point plus 30 points assist in his first 2 games. You put Kevin Durant in the mix, and you put Kai Irving in the mix. These are title contenders. They are going to be bulldozers this season, and everyone is looking forward to James Harden maybe just getting to the NBA Finals and also winning it. He's won MVPs. He needs a trophy and needs a title. Can the Brooklyn Nets give him that? We'll have to wait and see. And also, now speaking about a team that have won the title, this was a matchup I was looking forward to. LA Lakers against the Golden State Warriors. Once again, Steph Curry, one of the most underrated players in the NBA, showing how it's done in that 115-113 victory for the Golden State Warriors. LeBron James and the gang left red-faced in that particular outing. Guys,
I mean, a lot to chew on, man. Steph Curry, like you said, I don't know why I use that phrase for Steph Curry. That is one of the most underrated players in the league. He's a league legend. You can't write about the NBA in recent times and not talk about Steph Curry. But LeBron James was really left so melted there, and the NBA starts to pan out. I mean, a lot of games coming in thick and fast. James Harden, goodness me, is in a class world of his own. He just keeps churning all those. The bad one. He just keeps churning all those points. Are really very exciting times. But quickly moving on to football, Chelsea. Still quite very sloppy. You saw the last game they had against the rivals Fulham. It wasn't too good. You had to pack in like 3-4 strikers just to be able to get a goal. That's not good enough. With that kind of team, Lampard should know how to manage the boys and help him. I don't know how the deal is going. I hear they want to bring in Avram Grant to come and help him out. Maybe Avram Grant can show him 1 or 2 tricks if Avram Grant himself is any better. But it just shows the woe and the very sad situation. But as usual, my quick advice for Roman Abramovich will be sack Lampard as always, go to Gus Hiddink and let him just see us through the season, and you know how we normally do it.
One too many times.
We can always do it again. But moving on from that, great one there, you talked about Phil Neville, trying to reunite with David Beckham. That class of 92, it was that team. I still remember that team like crazy. You got players like Nicky Butt, Gary Neville, Ryan Giggs, David Beckham that was loaned to Preston North End, Paul Scholes. Yeah. Goodness me, that team just went on, and it's a gift that keeps giving. And some of that team actually did come up to set up another team in Manchester called Salford United that is quite doing well, in the lower leagues. But let's see how it pans out at Inter Miami. The American League, yes, it's a good new start for him, and hopefully he gets his acts right and is able to get that out of the way. For Waffle Cup, not too impressed. I think we should have ended that. Goodness, I mean, not too impressed. Waffle used to be our thing. There was a way we did it with Waffle Cup. Now, this morning we're only talking about how we have done well, the 17 championship, the likes of the 17 Kodak championship. How I was talking about Christopher Ohenhe this morning and his powerful free kicks, and only to see that we lost to Cote d'Ivoire in Waffle. It just shows that we need to go back to our youth football and do a lot as regards that for development of our youth football. But not too impressed about that. Congrats to Cote d'Ivoire. Quite painful for Nigeria.
Well, in the Waffle tournament, the baby elephants of Cote d'Ivoire clearly outclassed Nigeria. It was only in the 9 minutes of the game when we had that substitution and we managed to put in 2 goals. I don't know where the fault lies. Maybe Fatai Amo's reading of the game. But the consolation, of course, is that we get a chance to still be part of the championship in Morocco in July. Yeah. Well, I think, Arsenal seems to be slowly putting its act together. And I would like to ask you, what exactly is the secret? Is it Mikel Arteta getting the rhythm? They've been able to maintain a 6-match clean slate now. Yeah. Doing very well in about 6 matches. And you have people like Smith Rowe, Zaka, Bukayo Saka, and also Pierre aubameyang, providing, and Smith Rowe, not to forget Smith Rowe, delivering that excellent performance yesterday, beating Newcastle 3-0. But the question is, would they be able to sustain it? And then coming back home, the Nigerian Football Federation has put together a 15-man COVID-19 task force. But old footballers, former footballers and athletes, they are protesting. They're saying that they are not members of that task force that is made up majorly of chairmen of local FA units and also doctors, and that they think that they should be part of the rule. And we have had many matches within the Nigerian league where COVID protocols were not respected in matches involving MFMFC, Sunshine Stars, and Wiki Torres. But quickly, your comment.
Well, let's start it. First of all, for Arsenal, the name is Thomas Partey. The Ghanaian has been, he's a bulldozer, to say the least. And his return back to the team is almost coincidental with their return back to winning ways. So you look at that, his injuries has cost Arsenal a lot, and he returning back to the team. He also gave an assist yesterday just to typify what this man actually brings to that Arsenal side. And I'm talking about that nobody should, we've always seen this sense of entitlement from ex-international when it comes to how football is actually run. If you think you can do better, when the elections come, please do go and put your hat in the ring and maybe get elected and try to run the federation.
Not Aaron will have to go, but don't forget your birthday celebration and the implications. If you are in doubt, consult Rufai.